Greetings and welcome to In Depth. I'm Dike Rostant. There is an open audition for singers and dancers, casting performers for the international companies of the Lion King International. And do not let the lead up to Carnival make you miss the dates from January 25 to 27. Now, we're going to be speaking with singer, vocal coach, musician, artist, actress, musical director Glenda Collens as she joins us in her role as casting coordinator to share more. Welcome, Glenda. How are you doing?
Doing all right in the heat, boy. It's hot today.
And for that, we're very grateful that you're able to make the time. But even before we get into the casting call itself, what is it about the Lion King that just makes people so drawn to wanting to go and see this spectacle, this phenomenon that has been able to have so many iterations and just go around the place like that?
Well, first of all, it's thank you for having me. That I'm able to come and talk about this. It's a family story, and I think a family story of probably the most dysfunctional of families, which it turns out a lot of us are, and it's a community of a story. Yeah, the story of a leader coming, growing into manhood, growing into his power, growing into his ability to get over the loss of a father, and being ostracized. And it's a human story. I think it's a human story,
And on that
one of
note,
survival.
definitely. And you spoke about growing into their power. And it seems as though there have been many contributions to the Lion King from our shows. How has the Lion King, and I'll even use the word benefited from singers and dancers originating from Trinidad and Tobago?
Yeah. Well, let's think of the very first Nala of Lion King. The girl who premiered the role of Nala was Trinidadian's very own Dr. Heather Headley. And this was 19, oh my gosh, turn. And Trinidad, she went in, I think, the second year of the production, and she premiered the role. And I think from then they started coming. So the international casting crew has been coming to Trinidad for well near to 20 years. And they cast. They don't call it an audition anymore. They say they come to cast because of the contribution that Trinidadians have made and Tobagonians have made in the cast. The present dance captain is Trinidadian for both the senior and the juniors. The present Simba and Nala are Trinidadians, and we are around the world, not just we're in England, Spain, Germany, Australia. I think there was a tour to the Middle East and Anchorage. Yes, so it is a universal, it's a world story full of people of the world because they go around the world casting this show. Yeah, so you could be placed in Japan where you speak no Japanese, but you're in a cast of Japanese, So it is a universal story, family, friends, infighting, love. Yeah.
And you talk about senior cast and junior cast, so it makes me want to ask who should actually audition for this casting? What kind of
Okay.
cohort are they looking for at this point in time?
Yes. Okay. So they come casting for all the lead roles. Yeah. All the lead roles. Mufasa, Scar, Simba, Nala, Timon, Zazu, all the lead roles. And dancers and singers. They do not take juniors from the country and take them away from their homes, right? They've only done that in one instance in Trinidad, And he was 9 at the time. His name is Jonathan Bishop. He's now in Moulin Rouge. He was, yeah. So they don't generally tend to take children, young adults, yes, who can move freely with unencumbered, and singers who can sing in tune, carry a tune, and well-developed voices.
Now, you say singing, tell me a prerequisite is being able to hold your note, hold your own with regard to that.
Sing in tune, sing in tune. Dancers have to, at the end of training, be able to do the routine as taught by the choreographer, visiting choreographer Celeste Hicks. Yeah, so yeah, it's a rigorous audition, but it won't be rigorous if it's something that you love doing. It's something that you've dreamt about, getting the opportunity to audition for a Broadway production, getting the opportunity to be in a Broadway production.
And is there any, looking at the experience you have with the different cast members, is there any background that helps in someone being cast in this role? And I'm not saying that one way is the only way, but is there
I hear you.
Is there a way that they said, okay, well, a lot of the cast members coming from Trinidad and Tobago share common history, and if so, what would that history be?
Well, actually, that's not true. So, the people who come in with a hunger and a desire and raw talent and who are trainable, you have to be trainable. You can't be so fixed in your ways that if you're directed to go in a different direction, that you're not able to make that shift. So you have to be trainable. You have to come with your talent. You have to come with your passion, and you have to come with a desire that goes beyond yourself. Yeah, you have to be willing, and able to work with others, because don't forget, you'll be in a cast of hundreds of other people, right? So you have to be able to work well with others. Yes, have a good attitude, be bright, be sunny, enjoy the work, and most especially, please just show your passion. Yeah, it's about the passion. The people who are trained, of course, you have an edge. Yeah, you have an edge. If you've been training all your life in dance and you've been singing all your life on stage, you have an edge. But I have seen regular people who probably just go off to do karaoke on a weekend, walk in and get a role. You know, there was a gardener once. He came in because he saw a flyer from Grandy, and he walked in, and I think he ended up in a cast in Germany. Yeah, so I think more than anything else, it is clear this production takes talent, and you just have to be trainable.
I feel on one side, I really appreciate the answer. On the other side, I think I was waiting for you to start a 2-4 between people like Southerners, Lydians, Marionettes, Love Movement.
Oh my gosh, no. Listen, this is so all welcoming, everybody. And that's why it's an open casting, right? It's an open call. It's open to everyone from all walks of life, from different genres of training, right? If you've been training in Indian dance all your life, but you can learn a routine, yes, absolutely. Come in, yeah. If you've been doing operatic training all your life, but you have a good belting voice, come and try it out and see what you can do. Yeah, no, all are welcome.
And we're going to continue on this note when we return, but we're speaking with casting director Glenda Collins. We're looking at and we're not calling it an audition, the casting for companies of the Lion King International. Stay with us, we'll return after this.
My name is Janique Charles. I play Nala in The Lion King. Playing the role of Nala is such an honor. She is strong and confident and courageous. She goes out on her own into the wilderness, leaving her family behind, leaving her pride behind.
And looking at leaving family behind, looking at leaving her community behind, this is one of the things I want to get onto. We're speaking with casting director Glenda Collens, looking at this open casting for international companies of The Lion King. And is it a matter of trying to find yourself, trying to swim in a bigger pond? What are some of the reasons that you find individuals coming to say, I want to do this?
You know, what a question. People have many reasons. I could give you my own reason, my desire to perform and be on stage and to be competitive with world artists, be competitive with performers who had probably better stepping stones than I did. Coming from an island, it's different, having a talent and wanting to showcase yourself to the world. So I think, but many people have many different reasons for wanting to perform and be on stage. Where that stage is determined by your own desire and to see the world and meet different people and experience different cultures. So the my desire was, I grew up hearing a song by Liza Minnelli that said, if you make it anywhere, it's New York, you know. So my desire was I thought that I could go to New York and make it, but I made it home, you know, with that desire. So yeah, it's different for different people.
And but the work, one thing is for certain, that is the work that has gone on prior to this moment where we are speaking with each other has helped to kind of open access to the point where it's no longer an audition in Trinidad and Tobago, it's a casting.
Yes.
So we
Yes.
just saw Miss Charles. You spoke about Heather
Yeah.
Headley. Who are some of the other
Yeah.
individuals who have been on the stage being a part of the Lion King cast or cohort
Okay.
from Trinidad and Tobago?
Right. Yes, we have back at home Alan Balfour. We know him, choreographer and dancer extraordinaire. There is Stefan Simmons. There is Zara Bartel, who is now dance captain. There is right now partnering Janique on the West End in London, Kyle Richardson, who was cast in 2019. He actually ended up in Spain during the pandemic, poor guy, and had to, live that life in a pandemic in Spain, of all places, while being Simba on tour. So he is now on the West End, Kyle Richardson. There's Jermaine Wilson. She's in Germany, and she has been there, I think, for 10 years as well, 10 or 12 years. She was cast in 2010. There was Kwesi Jeffers, who ended up in Japan. He's on to different things now. There's Dwayne Hines, I think. He's now actually, he left the cast of Lion King and is now on tour with Burna Boy. And what I have to say also is that the being in a cast like this or being in a production like this also offers you other opportunities. It's not just that you're stuck in one place. Yeah, so you get the availability to do other things. Yeah, other productions, go on audition for other shows on Broadway, you know, start your own thing. Yeah, so it's the doors open and you can go through them and into other things.
And I'm glad you said that, because it actually starts to answer a two-part question that I had in terms of why the constant cycling or consistent cycling. Is it that you're trying to find other people? Is it that people are looking to see how good this cast is and they're trying to poach members of the cast? So, and also opportunities that are there.
Yes, because once you get on that road and you see the opportunities that are there for you, you're not limited. Yeah, and the production doesn't. It's not a it's not a they don't bind you to them for years on end. You know, you stay in the production because it is really a wonderful production to be in, and you can leave as well to go and discover other things, other productions, like Jonathan Bishop, who I just mentioned, who was cast at the age of 10, and he played young Simba for a while. I mean, he went on to do Moulin Rouge. He's recently been in Hamilton. He started his own group and toured the world. Yeah, so there are opportunities abound. And once you step through a door that allows you to be yourself and be who you are, open, you find the courage, you find the strength to do for yourself other things. Yeah, so it's really amazing.
And you speak about being having that passion, being coachable, willing to be part of a team. But I know
Yes.
you one of the hats you wear is vocal coach. Um,
Yeah.
is it a big step? Does it depend on the individual, or are there certain factors that can go into play to make that transition, especially if I just used to doing a little karaoke, or not even karaoke, I used to being in the bathroom, but I can carry a key, I can
And
hold a
tune.
note. What are some of those
Yes.
things that you try to instill in a person to now project on you and increasing their level of theater as opposed to just being able to sing?
So what you're asking is how someone goes from being pedestrian to being a superstar. um, it's rigorous training. What happens when you're cast? I don't say if you're cast. When you're cast and you travel to your designated production, whatever, and they're casting for 9 productions worldwide in this in for this audition. So you go to your country, you go immediately into rehearsals, of course, to learn your role, and they are very competent, these coaches, yes. And the I think the what they see, they have to see a kernel of something other than just, or they wouldn't put you in a situation that you will go and embarrass them or let yourself down. You know, so you somebody who is not absolutely competent won't get cast. Yeah. So you have to have that kernel and you have to have that fire in your eyes. I'm telling you, that fire in the eyes and the burning in the belly is what makes a good performer. Yeah. You have to savor all roles, savor all opportunities. Yeah. So you have to be trainable. And I think the people who are cast are trainable, and you get put in a situation where you are training with um, like people, yeah, people like yourself. So and the roles are the training is rigorous and it's physical, yeah, but it's wonderful to get an opportunity to do that for yourself.
In the words of that philosopher from Trinidad and Tobago, Neil Iwer George, brace yourself. But give us the
Brace
info,
yourself.
but give the information, because I think it's the 25th to the 27th of January. But is
Yeah.
there a pre registration? What are the logistics of that? Because we have a minute more.
Correct. Okay, so the 25th is the open call. So everyone should turn up for the 25th of January at UTT with NAPA, Port of Spain. From 9 a.m., registration begins. There is pre registration. Go to Facebook, put Lion King Trinidad, and the Facebook page, the IG page comes up, and all the information is there for you to pre register. Pre registering means that you get your song in early and you get your sheet music in early. Yeah, it doesn't mean that you get a favorite position in line. It just means that you get to have your accompaniment seen by the pianist of for the day beforehand.
And I hear it's no Lion
But the
King music that you
25th,
could audition with, right?
25th, what's that?
And I hear it's no Lion King music you could audition with.
No, 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 no. Oh, yes, of course. Most importantly, don't come singing any Broadway stuff, right? You can sing Mary Had a Little Lamb if that's all you know, and sing it fabulously well, right? But no Broadway musical, no Rent, no Les Mis, no Jesus Christ Superstar, none of that. Yeah, come sing a pop, rock, come do some local folk, do Ella, do Cass, do Sparrow, yeah, but no Broadway musical. Verse and chorus.
All right. Well, with that, we want to thank you so much for the work that you're doing to help expand access to possibilities. And sometimes that's all someone wants, a foot in the door, and then they take the rest off on their own. So we want to thank you very much,
so
Glenda
much for
Collins.
having me.
Definitely, we want to thank you so much. And on behalf of the entire TTT News team, this has been In Depth with me, Dike Rostant. Thank you so much for joining us.